keep it real, keep the culture alive. It's the spot where the goats get respect. If you ain't locked in, better come correct. Yeah, the sports den, this is where it's at. If you talking sports, then we talking facts. Lock in, tap in, don't sleep on the show. The sports den, let's go. Let's go.
We back at it. It's another episode of the Sports Day. And welcome back. It's your boy Caddy. You know I don't do it by myself. I got my main man on the line. Let me bring him in. And I got my man Tony Takes. What's the deal, my man?
Hey, what's happening, Caddy? Another week, another week. How you doing, brother?
Not much, man. Chilling. You know me staying out the way. I can't complain.
hmm
Just sitting here living life. What's going
That's
on
it,
with you, man? How's the past week been to
man. The
you?
past, if the past week been full of storylines, and I'm just ready to dive all into it.
Well, you know what we do. This is the Sports Day. We're about to break down week 4 of the NFL with statement wins, some rookie debates, and last
hmm
second heroics. And unfortunately, some tough injuries happened this week. So let's
Mm.
jump right into it. Some of the biggest storyline is let's talk about the big storyline that everybody talk about. Baltimore, is they in trouble? Lamar Jackson went down with a hamstring injury, and they lost to Kansas City. The Ravens' offense completely flipped without him, and it shows how much they depend on him as the quarterback. Uh, Is Baltimore in trouble?
Baltimore got a team. Oh, that's right. It is a team in Baltimore, ain't it? You know, I thought there was glimpses of the Browns again. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, trouble, man. Hey, it's big trouble in paradise, I must say. Very big. And I think the gaping hole is bigger than what we both assumed to be. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did all that. Yeah, it's not it's bigger than what we see it, but it's not unexpected because but like I've been saying all the time, Baltimore they play well, but they do not play well in the games that they need to.
And they lost about their last six of the big game. Teams like in the playoff or
Yeah,
playoff contention type of teams. Yeah, they done lost
definitely,
about 6, 7 in a row, haven't they?
definitely. That's what I'm saying. They cannot show up in big games. But meanwhile, we talking about big games. Meanwhile, the unbeaten teams will keep rolling. The Eagles improved to 4-0 after surviving a late push from the Bucks, and the
Yep.
Bills handled their business against the Saints. And Sean McDermott is notching his 90th career win fastest than almost in any coach in NFL history.
Wow. Hey, that's big stats. We talking
Yeah,
about all the coaches. Hey,
yeah.
that's big.
Hey, he doing some winning, ain't
Yeah,
he? Hey,
yeah.
the Eagles
I,
look
I
like
must say it's like they consistent. You know what I mean?
they
What they going
definitely
off of 18 in a row or something like that?
whooping ass. What they call it nowadays, belt to ass, belt to ass.
All
Yeah,
day.
belt to ass. That's what they call it. They put belt to ass.
They really is.
Eagles and Buffalo are looking very scary out there.
They are.
They looking very scary. Could that be Super Bowl? Look like Super Bowl.
I mean, be honest. I mean, you got to fall into the hype though, because we go into the season knowing that they are the best teams, right?
Right?
Well, they ain't talking it; they showing it. So
They
they the
definitely
teams to beat.
they definitely walking the walk. They definitely walk.
Definitely.
They walking the
And
walk.
these games, I mean, take away that Baltimore Bills, hell, they really winning convincingly. I mean, luck got to be on your side, and that showed up in Philly.
Right?
But far as the eye test, I mean, they don't really have a weakness. Neither team. You just can't really point at it and say, "Hey, that's their weakness right there." Somebody
Def-
going to get them right there. Nah,
if they
I mean,
if
you,
they
you
stay
really got
healthy,
to come to play.
okay. What if okay? I don't know what the record would be, but what wouldn't it be crazy if those two teams went like 10-0?
Oh, that can definitely happen. That can definitely happen. First time in history, hell, they might be seeing each other at 16-1 is tight.
See,
You
see,
know?
see, see, you know, I was going into the.
Two Super Bowl teams, 15-1 and shit. Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy. Okay, what about the rookie watch? Put our watches on. Let's tap our watches about some
Okay.
rookie. The Giants, Jason Dart got his first
Yeah.
start. He didn't
Yeah.
flint, big throws,
Yeah.
gutsy decisions, and
Hmm.
most importantly, an upset over the Chargers. Jason
Yeah.
Dart, he's in there. Is he the man?
I mean, it's like it's a new start. You remember when I was saying about these veterans versus the young guys that's on the bench? This is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, we don't get me wrong. Wilson is a proven player, but you
Super
got these
Bowl.
young guns. They ready to get in, man. I mean, I'm sorry, they ready to play, and with that, it's like it's across the board on a lot of other teams as well. But we're gonna get into that. But just talking about the Giants guy, I mean, Dart, he didn't do too bad. He was 13 for 20 for 111 yards with one TD. But it was the way he went about it. They was getting first downs. They was moving the ball, and plus they kept the Chargers off the field, the defense on the field, should I say?
That's the
So
way you do it. Get that defense tired.
exactly, and that's what made them key first downs. The running game wasn't too bad, so you mix that in, you got a game plan instead of having Russell Wilson. No offense to him, it just he be out there trying to do too much. Maybe because his back is against the line, against the
Yeah,
wall, should you say?
he playing for it all, man. He's playing
Yeah,
for it all.
exactly,
I
exactly.
can't say he's playing for his legacy, but he playing for it all. But hey, I can't say he playing for that ballot.
Right, I
He
agree.
playing ballot. He playing for that jacket. He want a jacket one day. So I feel
I
like he's
understand.
So
Well, let me ask you this: is he worthy of that jacket?
uh um just because he would nope. You
If
want to
he
know
if
why?
he stop playing tomorrow,
I
is
got
he
one.
gonna be a Canton?
No, I got one reason why he don't go to Canton if it's up to me, and he's a quarterback. That's because he didn't audible and get a motherfucking ball to beast mode. He would have won the
Damn.
Super Bowl.
You holding a game 12 years ago over his head, huh?
It's a
Nah,
different.
but that is
Holds-
big though.
it,
One
it
Super
holds
Bowl versus two.
it holds it holds a different aura when you say, you know what I'm saying, two Super Bowls,
Two
according to, you
Super
know what I'm saying,
Bowls. Oh, I
two rings.
agree.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
With Tom, say she like Tom Brady, he could just hold up his rings and be like, "Damn," he don't got to say nothing. That means a statement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, sometimes I even hate when like commentators and the media people like um um talk about quarterbacks that went to the Super Bowl but didn't win,
Right.
and they was like, this Super Bowl quarterback, blah blah blah. Oh, he a Super Bowl quarterback because he went? No, he ain't win.
True. I see where you going with that.
But anyway, let's
Hmm.
let's get into some key segment, key games, key games. Let's talk about some of these key games that went on this weekend. Let's get into some key segment, key games, key games. Let's talk about some of these key games that went on this weekend. Starting
Okay.
off with the big one, Chiefs Ravens.
Mm.
Patrick Mahomes was surgical.
Yep.
4 touchdowns, no turnovers. The Kansas City defense forced key takeaways. The Ravens couldn't keep up without Lamar. And with these teams, it's total opposite. Kansas City Chiefs will blow a game that they know they supposed to win.
Yep.
But when it's time to win and set a statement and all that, they show
Yep.
up and show out.
I agree. On this one though, you know, you remember last segment when we said who's the team that's on the rise, right?
Right, right,
And the Chiefs was one of my picks, right? And the only reason why they was one of my picks was because, you know, we seen this out of KC before.
right.
You know what I mean? And we seen this where they it's like a Chevy car got to warm up. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
And when they warm up, it's like that's the best running 350. You know what I mean?
450.
It'll take off at the light on you. Nah,
Yeah.
but honestly, the defense is gelling. Mahomes, he's really moving that ball, at least this game. And he had glimpses of it last game. So they done won 2 in a row. And the scheduling is kind of more in their favor. Now we're expecting them to win. You see what I'm saying? So Ravens, on the other hand, the schedule been brutal. They've been brutal.
Yeah.
And they
Now
lost all of them.
unhealthy. Now they unhealthy.
And now they unhealthy. I mean, that's because it's like, giving it your all early, it will hurt. You know what I mean? And the Ravens is a prime example. But with that being said, that still don't got nothing to do with that damn defense that's out there on that field. Ray Lewis probably rolling over in his situation. You know what I mean? Looking at this
Ray
damn
Lewis,
game.
hey, Ray Lewis actually looking for his cleats. Like, you know what? I got one more
Him and
win.
Ed Reed gonna suit the hell up, huh?
I got one more win, man.
Nah, but man, it's that defense is really the problem more than it is the offense. My take on that part. But I think it's over. I just really do think they need to evaluate this year. And yeah, I don't see them really gaining too much from this point.
So
You know what I mean? Because what's
how
that?
how many years we been doing this? About 3 right now, right?
3.
About 3.
I mean, we've been talking for 10, but yeah, doing this
Yeah.
for 3.
So how many times have I said I like the Ravens, but they always let me down?
Since the
They
first season.
they cannot the Ravens cannot put together that good season that most teams have. Like, you know, like the Patriots, they'll go and won't lose or only lose 2 or 3. The Ravens, they either high or they all the way low. It's
Well, let
no
me
in
ask. I was gonna say, let me ask you this, Caddy. Is it time to point to the coach now?
you know. If 10 people say the same thing, I'm just saying sometimes you need to look at yourself.
I mean,
What's
because it's all about preparation and
what's the
when as
common
they.
denominator? What's the
Mhm.
common denominator? The common denominator is the Ravens, Lamar, Harbaugh. Which one
True.
has changed?
Mm. Well,
So
I'm gonna have
where
to, I'm gonna have to lean more towards the coach because the coach is responsible for the offense and the defense. Even if they got their defense coordinator or offensive coordinator, he's still responsible. So with the defense playing the defense, hell, Lamar going to suit up on the cornerback. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? So
feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. It's
yeah,
it is what it is. You feel me?
yeah. Lamar, he ain't the one giving up 39 points a game. So
He's not. He's not. It's about preparation. So let's hop over to Eagles, Buccaneers. Philly
Mhm.
looked in control, but Tampa nearly snatched it late. The
Yeah,
Eagles defense came up clutch with an interception in the end zone to seal it. But that was a really good game, no lie.
it was a big guy. Hmm.
Buccaneers was an undefeated team as well,
Yep.
but they won. This was a really good game. I don't look at them to look at this as a flaw. I think that the Buccaneers going to bounce back pretty quickly. What's
Yep.
your take on the game?
I mean, my take is really Mayfield towards the end. He played a relatively good game for 3.5 quarters, but couldn't really move the ball towards the end that got the Eagles back into this game. But he didn't do too bad. He threw a little too much towards the end. He was 22 for 40 or something like that with 289 yards or something like that with 2 TDs. But it was that pick, and that pick came at the wrong damn time.
It definitely
You
was.
know, so sometimes that they used to winning right now, but they gotta lock in them wins and know how to finish. You know what I mean? Because we've seen the same glimpses out of this at Buffalo about 2 seasons ago. Now Buffalo know how to win. I mean, we're gonna get on to Buffalo, but I'm saying that's what's going on in Tampa. It's like I want to feel like they belong. They definitely is a top 3 team in the NFC. I could say that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And it's just one of those games somebody had to lose, and unfortunately, Tampa Bay got the other side to it.
But I like these type of games because you know that it came down to one play. That what
Yep.
make the game good. It came down to one play to decide what this game was gonna be about.
Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's our message. Let's go. Next game. Lions 34, Browns 10. This one wasn't close. Detroit dominated from the start to the finish. The defense smothered the Browns, and the offense looked balanced and dangerous. What's your take on the Lions? What's your storyline or the narrative that you're getting from the Browns? And just tell me what you thought about that game.
I got 2 takes out of this: the Lions and the Browns. Right,
Uh
the Lions has gave up a touchdown opening drive each game, right,
huh.
and then they end up blowing out the team after that. That
They
I
wanna
find that
see what
I
you working
find
with.
that very crazy, huh?
They want to find out what you're working with.
Right, but then it's just crazy. It's like saying I'm going to spot you 10, and and then kick
You
your
go,
ass by 30.
hey, right, you go. I'm gonna spot you 10, but you gonna owe me 40.
Exactly.
Right.
And I find that very crazy how it don't matter who they playing, they're going to score some points, should you say.
Yes, sir.
But on the other side, here's the Browns. The Browns went in on a high rise, having a big win against Green Bay,
And
and then
they actually
looked
got
good doing it.
they got a top 5 defense right now too.
They very much so do. It's just that it's going to have to take that offense to give them at least 20, 21 points. If they score 21 points, they definitely is in the game. But unfortunately, they didn't get there this game. And I think they are playing with secure. I do feel like he's better than the second guy. Who was it? Gabriel, something like that.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
Gabriel.
I just feel like Cleveland is really getting what they deserve in that regard.
He said they got some bad juju down there.
They really do.
Well,
They really do.
it's my take on this, right?
Hmm.
With the Lions is playing good ball. They're right now is one of the most complete teams in the NFL right now. They actually top 5 right now, and I hate saying this because they in my Bears division, but
Uh-huh.
I only could tell the truth. I only could be 100. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Um, but with the Browns, I feel like they're going to continue to lose because they're not playing for the players. I believe it's like the organization is really controlling that, even down to the coaches. Like
Oh,
you want the players to do what you want them to do, but
yep.
then you know what they need to do what they need to do. If that make total sense, but
It make a lot of sense to me.
So I feel like as long as they won't let the players play or play to the players. Look, if you got I like you said, I think Shador is ready. uh, Is better than Gabriel. It's not because he a brother. It's just I feel
Not
his
at
skill
all.
is better.
Yep.
But I feel like they're holding him back. But when doors get closed like that, I feel like Beckham was just get open for you later on down the line. So
That's it.
it is what it is. It's gonna be what it is. That's it. And Cleveland won't never be what they need to be until they do right by their players. That's just
Until they
my
do right by the player. I mean, hell, the same Cincinnati used to go through that, back when Marvin Lewis, that era, it
right.
was the same thing. It's like Mike Brown just wouldn't get the hell out the way. You know what I mean? And I think it's the same thing going in Cleveland. It's like what you touched on. They play more politics than football.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and it's something that it is holding back the whole organization. And I feel sorry for the Cleveland fans itself, because
I
Cleveland is some
definitely
very
do.
diehard fans. You got to be a diehard fan to be a
Right.
Cleveland.
I mean, I feel like not playing Shadura is the equivalent to if you had Tom Brady or any great quarterback, Michael Vick. That's just like having Michael Vick on your team, but you won't let him start because he vegan.
Right. Exactly.
It's
And
just
that's
not.
that. Yep.
It makes no sense.
It,
It
it
makes
makes none.
no sense.
It makes none because I am from the era where a quarterback, a rookie. I hated to see a rookie play, but today's game is totally different. Start that man. You know what I mean? Like for real. I believe that's what's going to give the locker room confidence. But for some strange reason, they don't really want to see a Sanders, back up they talk. Should you say? So it's like since they doing a lot of talking, you know what I mean? It's like I'm just gonna have to say it. Some people don't like when a certain individual talk. Should you say?
Right.
They use their powers to be to shut you up. They can't shut you up physically. They can't look at you dead in your eye and say, "Shut up, shut the hell up." No, they got to do it. In a way of let's make an example or let's show them better than we could tell them type of thing, and it's just hurting them. It really is.
Yeah, I
They're
feel
hurting
you.
themselves doing it.
They help. They hurt it for real. For real. For real. I
Yes, sir.
understand.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
Know what that mean, right?
Let's do
Bears 25, Raiders 24. Chicago
it.
fans, this one felt good. Defense showed up. Special team came through, and blocked the kick, and they escaped the Sin City with a 1 point win. All I can say is a dub is a dub. A
Yes,
dub is a dub. A dub is a dub. Yes, they still got holes, but like you say, you got to start that car up and just let it keep running.
let it
Um,
run.
let it run, and eventually you'll get that top notch quarter mile out of it. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep,
Bears play well. I can't complain because it's the Bears, but they got a W. They're going
yep,
into the bye week. Hopefully, they could really stitch some stuff up with the extra time they got. They
yep.
could rest up, heal up, come back strong, and they can head over to, I believe, Washington and see what they could do. What's your take?
Yep. Well, my take. I'm gonna start with my Bears first. I mean, Williams didn't play a bad game. In my opinion, he's starting to run a little too much. You know,
Wait,
I know
I,
sometimes.
I want to make an excuse. I'm making an
What's
excuse.
that
This game,
skill? What you got?
man, Buddy was on his ass this
But they
game.
was coming after him.
Hey, Crosby was on his ass.
They was coming after him. That's for sure. But Williams, he ended up coming on late though, and for some reason, I understand that it came down to a special teams play, but that's where you learn how to be a complete team, because the same special team is the one that costs you the game.
That's true.
So so sometime that part of the game is very much needed. But overall, I have to give this win a B minus, not just because of the win itself, but as an overall team, should you say. I feel like the Bears on paper was the better team, so they won. But at the same time, I would have loved to see a convincing 14-point win.
That's
You
true.
know,
I would
especially
too.
on the
But
road,
that's true.
especially against a rebuilt type of team.
That's
No,
true.
no
I'm gonna
knock
tell
against the
you this.
Raiders.
I'm gonna tell you
No
this.
knock.
I'm gonna tell you this about the
What
Raiders.
you got?
The Raiders defense. Oh my God! If they get that offense together,
You saying the
they
defense flying under the radar is what you saying?
the defense is definitely flying under the radar. If they could get something together, Genty, he need the they need a line. I can tell you that they need another running scheme because the running scheme they running for Genty is not what they really need. Even though they got he did well against the Bears, but the scheme they running is not. You could think about almost half the plays he get hit in the backfield.
Yep.
And it's not because they not run blocking. It's the scheme blocking that they doing. Any play
Yep.
they did a scheme block, he getting hit.
It's like
It,
sometimes the running back can be too fast for the line to move, should you say.
it
You know what I
def,
mean?
I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. But when they didn't run block, when they base run block, he'd get 8 to 15 yards. I mean, he bust that shit open.
Yeah.
He busted all the way open, all the way open.
Well,
Right?
I think the Bears got a very good underrated front four to begin with.
They do.
That's one of their strong suits, right? So, when you see a guy like Gentry, I think the way we kind of went into the game as this is the key guy to stop. We're gonna win this game.
That's
And
true.
they didn't do such a bad job on that. But
No, but
I will have to agree with you on the scheming for the Raiders. You know what I mean? It's like, did they prepare for the Bears or did they just go in? This is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
sometimes you can plan for the team that you playing, but sometimes you could just plan for what you're going to do, type of thing.
that's true. Geno Smith needs to stop playing that Seattle Seahawk
That
football.
there you go, there you go.
Football. But you got to think about it. Guess what? Guess where it's coached from?
True, very true.
So
Because
it is.
Curl is one thing I like about Pete Curl. He gonna always be him.
Yeah, no matter
You
what.
kn-
No
No
matter what.
matter what.
No
No
matter what.
matter, he don't care about what the media got to say. He don't care about where you come from, where you been at. This is my scheme, and this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
So we got Rams, Colts.
Yes.
Rams win 27. Talk about drama. Rams
Yeah.
went 96 yards in the final minutes. Topped it off with a Tutu Atwell touchdown.
Mhm.
Picker Canoa also went crazy. That boy had 170 yards. I feel like he's on Canoa. He's on route for another wide receiver record here. I can't tell you that which one it is, but he might break it. He go break another couple records this season.
Yeah.
Rams coach. Do you watch that game?
I saw glimpses of it.
Okay. Highlights like
Yeah.
we
I could say this. Stafford really did come to play. He wasn't gonna let that team lose that game the way he was playing.
exactly.
This man almost threw for 400 yards out here with
Yes,
three
he did.
TDs and no picks.
Yes, sir.
That says put me on your back. I mean, get on my back. We about to go places. You know,
That's
and I think that was the tell. And at times you can kind of tell Jones on the other end for the Colts was a little bit doing too much. You know, he was trying to stretch the field, but he didn't do too bad in the passing game. It's just that once again, them interceptions. You know, I think one of them was tipped, and one he just threw right to the guy's numbers.
right,
But
right in the chest. He forgot who he was for.
yeah, and I mean, 24 for 33 ain't too hateful, you know. But at the same time, I feel like did they really run the ball enough? I don't know. I mean, Taylor did pretty good, and I feel like for him to almost have average close to 5 yards a carry, you need to be running that ball close to almost 25 times.
That's true. Definitely, definitely,
If,
definitely.
if, if my running back is looking like that, looking that good, I'm gonna keep feeding him.
Got to, because one thing I can tell you, when running backs get in stride in the game, you just think about like Adrian Peterson, like them
Yes.
niggas like Chris Holmes and all that. When they got in stride,
hmm
they just kept
hmm
fighting because you weren't
Just
finna
kept
stop.
feeding him.
They got the
Exactly.
juice. Give it to them.
Right. Yes. And
Give
I,
it
and
to
I
them.
believe that's where the Colts went wrong at. They abandoned the running game a little too prematurely, in my liking. You know what I mean? And they end up getting down, and that's when they tried to play catch up. But I believe if they would have really truly stuck with that running game, I think Taylor would have had more than what he had. I think he ended up with close almost to 80 yards. But he was looking a little good out there. You know what I mean?
He was.
And but the Rams, of course, they're the better team. And the Colts, they surprising. I mean, I hate to say, even if they last year, but didn't nobody expecting them to be 3-0 going into this game. Let's be honest.
Never,
You
never,
know what I mean?
never did. So
So,
before,
you know, I think it's a loss where they're going to rebound quickly and get back to winning.
hey, exactly. Coach are one of those sleeper teams this year. But before we move
Yeah.
on to the next segment, let's talk about something that happened. The injuries. Remember, I was talking about it was the key injuries that happened this week. And I want to
Mhm.
start off with the quarterback, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, hamstring, right? Hamstring.
Yep.
Then you got receiver, you got Tariq Hill out for the season.
Yeah.
Out for the season. Dislocated knee.
The first injury I'd have seen clapping. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was about, but keep going. I ain't never
then,
seen a guy clapping to the locker room, you know what I mean?
then
On
you
a
got
stretcher.
all right. Then you got
Usually you'll get a thumbs up. Hell, this motherfucker without clapping. Like
and you got Malik Neighbors, New York Giants.
oh,
Season
he hurt?
ending.
Oh no.
Season ending. I had to drop him for.
Mm.
I had to. He tore his ACL. I had to drop him for my fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah,
That hurt.
yeah. Josh Jacobs. He's limited in practice.
Oh.
Raekwon Smith. He went down hamstring.
Oh no. All these injuries is hey, these key figures, you know what I mean?
That's what I said. Let's go over these little these those are the key and big time injuries that happened during week
Mm.
4. During week 4.
Yeah, that hurt. So who would you say? Well, of course, I'll probably give it to Lamar, who's the biggest loss. But I'm gonna have to go with that Giants receiver, though, man. That hurt. I didn't know he was out for the year.
I agree with you. I was finna say you bring in your rookie quarterback and he has a nice game without him. Well,
Mm-hmm.
most of the game without him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's the bigger team because I feel like that the Giants is a team that's up on the rise and losing someone like that And I hate for him to have something like that to happen so easy in his career. So,
Yeah, that hurt.
oh shit. Yankees just kept their season alive. Sorry, it just came through.
Oh, you
Um,
all right? Yeah, I watched the Cubs earlier today.
yeah, disappointing.
I
Um,
understand.
but yeah, Malik Neighbors, I feel like that's the biggest loss out of those because Lamar do this either his hamstring or his back, while he could see if someone could come in and carry the team to the playoffs for him to come in and try to look like a miracle worker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So before we get on to the next, you know, top five. That's what we almost forgot. Top five. You want to do some top five?
Let's do some top five.
All right, let's do it.
Top five players, they don't back down. Crown on the head, kings of this town. Top five players, hear the crowd roar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, give me more.
All right, here we go. Let's kick it off with number 5. Bo Nix put in the work, didn't he?
He did.
He 326 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did something crazy to them Bengals.
Yeah, I kind of consider this more a bye week than anything. I think the Bengals that went on ahead and caved on in. You
Um,
know, I thought they was going to show some hope, but nah, they're not. They done.
yeah, I mean, I understand that your boy out for what to December or something like that.
That's the earliest.
That's the earliest. Yeah, it
Yep.
depends on how tough and how bad he want to play, and what type of
True.
position they could be in December that make him really want to come back and play. Take the year off, Joe.
Well, they
Uh,
definitely got to be at 500, and I don't really see that.
exactly. Coming in at number 4, Mr. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. In a wild
Oh,
out showdown, Dak put the team on his back, slinging for what 319, 3 touchdowns. Well, the game did end in a tie. His performance was a great performance. If he could keep up
it's
games like that,
damn sure a great performance. I mean,
if
I done
if he
talked about Dak over the years, but this was the battle of the screen passes, and to me, the game ended in top. But Prescott, hats off. He played a damn good game. He was out there.
I
He
feel that,
deserved to be in the top 5.
and I'm just trying to say, if he could do more consistent winning like that, Dallas would be scary.
Very.
At coming in at number 3, we got the Buffalo Bill field general Josh Allen. Against the New Orleans Saints, Allen was a dual threat, throwing 209, 2 touchdowns, and adding 45 yards and a score with his legs. I call them tight hips. You ever seen him running? It's like
Hey,
he don't move his hips, but he running fast. It's like them
but he
cartoons.
running fast. Yeah.
You know how
His
the
bottom skin is just steady flying, huh?
right, and his hips just stiff. They don't move. But it's
Call
just
him
another
little foot.
right. It's just another day at the office that the reigning MVP. If I'm right.
He is the MVP.
Yes, sir. Sliding in at number 2, just like you was talking about this guy earlier, the veteran gunslinger Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford was on fire. It close
He
to
was, man.
over the Colts. He threw for 375 and 3
Now,
touchdowns.
now, if my veteran looked like that, the hell with that young boy on the bench.
Man,
You
he
know what
was
I mean?
surgical. He was surgical. He was picking that defense apart
To
like a
all the
vac-
ones that need to know what a veteran look like, this is what I'm talking about right
so
there.
that's a veteran. That's a veteran that you say, man, you know what? I give you 25,000 or 20 million for a year or some shit
Yep.
like that with no
Yep.
hezzy.
Bro.
No
Yes.
hezzy.
Yes.
And coming
And you
in
know
at
that's going to get you 8 games regardless what happens. You
exactly,
know what I mean? 8,
exactly,
9.
exactly.
Mhm.
And coming in at number one is your quarterback of week number 4. It's none other than Mr. Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. In a dominant performance against the tough Ravens team, Mahomes simply magically throwing 270 for a touchdown. He also made history, becoming the fastest quarterback to reach 250 career touchdown passes. He's just
That's all
not
right.
he's just not playing football. He's pretty much changing the game.
Not
Feel me?
only that, he got 3 Super Bowls under his belt.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, this technically we might be looking
Um,
at the best quarterback on the first half of his career, ain't we?
you know what I'm saying? Call me baby Brady. Hey, yeah,
Hey,
hey, for a quarterback to have a great, what he been in the league? 8 years,
about that.
8, 7, 8 years. Yeah, he
The,
having a
the same year that we drafted Mabisky,
great. Who?
Mabiscuit.
Don't
The
say that
same
name.
year.
No. If if if
However long ago
if
that was.
if if waste if wasting a pick was a person,
That was it.
that was it. Either
The
that
hell with
or
a pick. We wasted drafts.
K McCall, McNown, or whatever his name was.
No, but
So,
not getting off the subject. Yeah, Mahomes, he definitely, is a proven quarterback by far. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised with this stat. 250 ain't nothing to sneeze at. Most guys don't even see 100 pass TDs, let alone 250. The first half of your career. So,
exactly. And
and I definitely feel like it's more to come. He do got to retool that
you think
receiving
he got,
core.
do you think he got another 250 in him?
I really do. I really do. That's what I was saying. If they can retool that receiving core, because Kelsey, I mean, he taking 19 minutes to get down the field now.
Hey,
But
that's
when he
because he
get there,
he at the
he
crib
all
with
right.
was Taylor? That's her name, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He at the crib Swifty and up in that. He in there. Hey, Taylor.
Right.
So, so we about at that time. Let's going on to this next segment. I think you're gonna like this one, and I want to have some time to talk about it.
Let's do it.
Who would you rather? We haven't done that in a while. Who
We
would you
haven't
rather?
done that.
Let's do. Who would you rather? So let's do it. I got one for you. Let me get a Snoop. Let me get a Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
All right, I got one for you. Here we go. Who would you rather? Who would you rather? Would you rather have Barry Sanders and merge with Derrick Henry? And I'm gonna tell you both of them, and then I'm gonna tell you which part of each runner gets to be in each runner. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
All right, so would you take Barry Sanders merge with Derrick Henry or Walter Payton mixed with Saquon Barkley?
Man, let me think.
So while you're thinking, let me tell you what parts you get in each runner because they merging as one. With Walter Payton and Saquon Barkley, you would get Saquon explosive power, his massive quads, his hurdling ability, and his breakaway speed. Mixed
Okay.
with mixed with Walter Payton's his toughness, his powerful stiff arm, his
Mhm.
heart, and his balance.
Yes.
That's what you get with Walter Payton and Saquon. Then with Derrick Henry and Barry Sanders, you get Derrick Henry frame, his muscular physique, and his stiff
Mhm.
arm, with Barry Sanders' quick legs and his low running style.
Okay.
Who would
Well,
you?
I'm gonna have to go with the Peyton Barkley. Only reason why, because you looking at two downhill runners, right? That
and and they both have massive quads, so that's gonna be
yeah,
like
and it's like right when I mean, it's like a Barry, but in a way, both of them can run you over. You know what I mean? And I feel a combined running back by far, I would have to give it to Peyton and Saquon on that.
I would
No,
agree.
no knock on the Sanders Henry thing because
I,
in a way it sounds like by name them two names together is unstoppable,
I
right?
guess but I was just finna speak my piece for them because
Mm-hmm.
you gave Walter and them they roses, and I couldn't just leave them hanging like that. So
Exactly.
I'm not saying I would pick them, but I was thinking like Barry Sanders with Derrick Henry.
That
So
sounds very scary.
and it's Halloween coming up. I'm
Hey,
thinking about this. So if the Barry Sanders in this athlete didn't feel like juking or making you look stupid and miss, he could still run clean through you, or just stiff
bounce
arm you.
around.
Just
Yeah.
just get off me.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. But for some reason, I'm just looking at the other two like, well, man, because a lot of people didn't really see Peyton run, right?
You said
And I might be
many
giving away
people.
my age, but
You said many
you know,
people.
Peyton was a beast. You
Hey,
know,
think about this.
he ain't second all time for nothing.
So
You know,
you say you seen Walter Payton run and you see Saquon run, right?
yes.
Do you think that athlete that just was built, Saquon Walter Payton, I think he could carry 4 athletes. I don't care. Every time he run the ball, he falling forward. Just
And
only
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
only just because his leg power. Because I
Yep.
know Walter got leg power, and I know
Yep.
Saquon got super leg power. So that's like that means I feel like they could push that athlete could push a fire truck by itself from behind, not
And,
even
and,
pulling
and
it. He could
and
push
that's a
it.
good comparison. I must say, you kind of did your thing on the comparison with that because them two is more of the same. I mean, in a way, you got Saquon looking like Peyton in the way out there. You know what I mean? You give him the ball, he gonna manage the game himself. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
And sometimes you get the 4 yards, and then sometimes you get the 16 yards. All that matters, right? So as the game go, they get stronger. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah,
and it's like with that, that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards that. But once again, you got Barry, Barry's dancing with Henry's power. Oh man, I mean, I don't know.
I
Because
feel it.
that's one of the most underrated things about Barry. Barry had power too. He'll run your ass over. You
Yeah, he
know,
definitely put
he,
your
he
ass over.
he wasn't he
Hey,
wasn't just some
hey,
guy that you can just
but
take
he'll
down.
also, hey, but he'll also break your ass down and make you run your own teammate over, and then look at
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes. And
and
then
then
had the speed to finish what he just did.
hey,
You know.
and then he'll look at you like, what you doing?
Exactly. So that's them is four tricky running backs. You know what I mean? And well, I'm gonna throw a curveball. Is Henry a Hall of Famer?
Butterfingers. His career is not over yet,
Exactly. So
but
I'm just foreshadowing. You
I
know,
feel like it depends. It depends on. It really depends on his statistics.
his next 3-4 years.
His next 3 years, next two actually,
Yeah.
he needs to
So you
be.
saying that he's not right now?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's not first ballot right now.
I got you. So he
If he
one of
had,
the ones that's going to
if he had
turn
a ring,
68 and then get
if
in.
he, if he had a ring, he's straight in there. But I mean, we'll see. Lamar
We will.
Lamar Lamar could do it for him if Lamar give him the ring.
Well, I
It's
don't
just,
know. I
it's
think.
just
Hey,
hey, let's
we
get out.
waiting on the bar. Oh no.
Hey, we coming up to that what you call it, and I want us to
Yeah.
have our outro. So I want to do the little wrap up real quick, then we can shoot the shit, right? So let's get to trending takeaways.
Okay.
So, what's week 4 showed us? That week 4 have showed us that depth matters. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely better.
Teams like Baltimore can't survive without their top guys. So depth matters. We also seen defenses win close games. The Eagles did it, the Bears, and the Chiefs. They all leaned on their defenses in crunch time.
Yep.
And last thing, we're starting to see these young quarterbacks get out there and do their thing.
Hmm.
Shout out to Jason Dart for the Giants. He looks like he ready. So to wrap it out up, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. Mahomes is rolling. The Eagles and Bills are proving they're contenders. It's a it's a rookie quarterback out there that his conversation just got a little bit stronger. You
Gotcha.
know, week 4 gave us a little bit of everything, and week 5 is only going to get better.
That's it.
There's been a week 4 recap here at the Sports Den. I want y'all to stay locked in because we go stay locked in because it's a whole bunch of talk to come. Tony, what you got going on, man?
Well, what I got going on real quick and fast, we didn't really touch on it. I want to talk about this WNBA real quick.
Okay,
You know, it been some good games, and unfortunately, you know, the controversy with the commissioner and the player,
definitely.
and you know, I think you know that's something that in the future do need to be fixed. I feel like you know the marketing of the WNBA is being held back in a way. Is they running it like the Browns? I ain't gonna say that,
It could be because
but they leaning towards it. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
And
I understand that.
and you know, as far as the controversy with the commissioner and what's been said behind closed doors, and the player, you know, coming out with it. In a way, can you blame the player for coming out with it, or can you blame the commissioner on how she think and how she feel? You know what I'm saying?
All I could say is this: is that when stuff like this happen, that means something has outgrown the league that needs to change so the league could evolve to something else.
I feel that.
That when stuff like this happen, that means the league needs to involve and somebody's holding it back. I'm not pointing fingers. That's just my suggestions. When stuff like the puttings is right there is right there on the table. The cards
That's
is
true.
out there. The cards is out there.
True.
You got Caitlin, you got Angel, you got Paige. These girls are filling seats like never before.
Yep.
But why they can't get, they do. I want to say that. But also,
I understand.
sometimes I don't want to be that person, but sometimes you need to shut up and dribble and let the powers that be get the change that happen. But
Yep.
we way past that point. That's why
That's
what
it.
happened happened. You feel me?
That's it. That's
But
it.
still, shout out.
We can
I love them girls. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kalani Brown. Shout out to Kalani Brown.
shout
Angel
out.
Real MVP, right? Did she win it again this year? She probably will because she win it every year. That's it. That's all, man.
That's
I had
it.
a good time tonight, man. I appreciate you taking the time to get up on the line and do what you do, man. And
Oh, Caddy, anytime, Caddy, anytime. I love doing this. I love talking to the fans. Hey, I just love the show. Hey, you doing big things out here, and I got mad support for you, and nothing but the best.
man, I appreciate you, man. I'll let you know you're a real one. You keep it 100 all the time. So this is your boy Caddy. If you like what you see, like hit that like button, comment, subscribe for more exclusive content. We got prizes and all. You don't know when we ever gonna give them out. You just got to be involved. You got to be in it to win it. Get at your boy.
We keep it real, keep the culture alive. It's the spot where the goats get respect. If you ain't locked in, better come correct. Yeah, the sports den, this is where it's at. If you talking sports, then we talking facts. Lock in, tap in, don't sleep on the show. The sports den, let's go, let's go.